The first problem on our statistics test review asks us to look at this histogram and to estimate the mean and the median of the data set represented in the histogram below. Now, first thing is that this is an approximately normal. It's approximately normal, maybe skewed a little to the left. So when something is approximately normal, usually the mean and the median fall somewhere in the middle, right? So half of the data needs to fall on either side. Now there's a lot of different ways to do this kind of problem. We can just, looking at the data set, say, well, I know for a median, I need the same number of data points on one side of my median than the other. So let me just guess that my median is here in exactly kind of what looks like in the middle at 75. Well, that means that there are 8 cherry trees in this bar, 3 cherry trees in this bar, and 3 cherry trees in this bar. There are 10 cherry trees here, 5 cherry trees here, and 2 cherry trees there. So that means I have 17 cherry trees on this side of my line and only 14 cherry trees on this side of my line. So that means the median is actually probably a little bit over here, just a little bit, right? We need the same number of data points on either side. So I'm gonna guess that my median is maybe more like 76 or 77. Because that's gonna exactly cut the data into half so that there's the same number of data points on this side as there are on that side. Now, because, let's see, on this, then what we need to look at for the mean is if the mean is the same as the median, then that means that there's pretty much the distance from this to this are about the same. So notice this goes up to 90 and it goes down to 60. And from 75, that's 15 up and 15 down. But there's just a little bit, since we have it just a little bit this way, it's probably going to be skewed, the mean is going to skew just a little bit in this direction. So the mean is probably going to be just a couple of points less, but not by much. Really, the mean and the median are probably right around 75 in this case, but I'm going to guess the mean is 74. Now that's if you're looking at it. One other way to do this is just to make up a data set and calculate it. Okay, we can't know exactly what the points in this data set are. So if you don't like the method I just used, and you don't understand it, another option is to imagine the data set that created this. We can't know it exactly, but we can know that we had 3 points between 60 and 65. So just make it up. Maybe 61, 63, and 64, right? And then we know we had 3 data points that start at 65 and go all the way up to almost 70. So maybe we'll make up those 3 data points. Let's say 65, 67, and 68. And we know we had 8 data points starting at 70 going all the way up to 75. So let's say 70, 71, 71, 72, 72, 73, that's 2, 4, 6, 74, and 74, 8. So 8 data points between 70 and 75, right? And then we had 10 data points from 75 all the way up, but not including 80. So 75, 75, 76, 76, 77, 77, 77, 78, 78, 78. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 data points that fell from 75 all the way up to 80. Oh, I forgot to show you those. And then let's say 5 that are between 80 and 85. So 80, 81, 82, 82, 83, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 from 85 to 90, so let's call that 86 and 88. Now this is not necessarily the exact data set. We just made it up, but it is a data set that's very similar to whatever created this. This data set could have created this histogram. So it's a reasonable data set to work from. And now you can estimate, so you can, since all you need to do is estimate, then this made up data set is going to be close enough. So to find the median, you just need to find the middle point, right? And you guys usually do that by crossing off, right? So cross off 2 here, cross off 2 down here, 2 here, cross off 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2. Okay, so 75, right? So again, we estimated somewhere around 75, 76. So the median, if you said the median was around 75, that's a pretty decent guess. Again, approximately normal, it's going to kind of fall right in the middle. So now we need to add them up. And adding them up, to find the approximate mean, you'd add up all the data points and divide by how many there were. And so give me a second to get a calculator. There are 31 data points, which means that there are a lot to add up, but we can still just add them up, 61, 63, 64, 65. So we're adding all of them up. And if I didn't make any, and then we're dividing by how many there are, and if I didn't make any mistakes, again, our mean is about, it's like 74.6, which is about 75. So notice that we came up with the same ideas both ways. You can either take this, make a data set that would work for it, and then calculate your median and mean that way by hand, or you can just look at the data. And if the data set is approximately normal, the mean and the median are going to fall right towards the middle. And just as a note, if it was skewed to the left, the median, again, is going to be where there's half of the data points on one side and half the other. But the mean is going to skew with the data. So the median might be around here, whereas the mean is going to skew with the data. It's going to go down. And if it were skewed to the right, you would have, again, a median would be splitting the data in half, but the mean is going to skew with the data. Okay, so that's how you can just look at the shape and estimate.